Now I hear myself. Okay. Little lower. Perfect. Perfect.
I had the wrong button.
All right. What are you going to say then real quick? We're at the start of the podcast. Just me and Danny, guys. A lot of you purists like this. And I'll tell you what's on the TV. Springsteen doing Storytellers about 10 or 11 years ago on Showtime, and that's muted, so I might go in and out. Danny, your thoughts? Well, you were going to start out. We're about to play a theme. I'm going to introduce that as, and I'll explain why it's the most funniest thing ever. But go ahead, Dan. What were you going to say?
I was watching. Well, you said, what would brain matter look like?
Right.
I was watching that concussion movie about the guy who, had his life ruined by the NFL because he said that NFL is hazardous to their health.
Right.
It was just on. It's the Will Smith movie.
Right.
So.
Well, I don't know. Wait. Stop. Sorry. Stop. Why did you just tell me that?
Huh?
Why did you just tell me?
You said, what would brain matter look like?
Right. What explain?
I said it freaks me out that you mentioned that because I just watched the Brain movie.
Right.
This was for off the air. This was not for on.
Well, why didn't you tell me that? Just say it's not. Say to me, Art. This will be. First of all, that's terrible off the air. I swear to God, you're one of the smartest people. You probably have an IQ north of 140. You really. I bet you do. Which would almost be as high as me. You ever get your IQ tested?
No.
Really?
No.
Were you naked? I wonder if you could do it as an adult and have an accurate thing. I bet you have like a very high IQ.
Well, the highest your IQ is between what, 18 and 30. So
is that true?
Yeah.
What,
mathematicians lose their
brains start to go down?
Yeah.
See, I think I'm smarter. Well, you have more knowledge as you get older. And as Faber said at Faber College in Animal House, knowledge is good. But you really, I guess you know more. But that has nothing to do with intelligence. It's, knowing things. But honestly, okay, 18 and 30. Did you feel smarter between 18 and 30? I mean, don't you think?
No, I felt smarter around.
Well, you're an annoying know-it-all. There's nothing.
26 up.
Every subject you just yell out an opinion.
That's not true.
I mean, you're a know-it-all.
That's not true.
But you're likable. Yes, it is true. Everything. I'll give another example of a tangent. It's just me and you, buddy. We're fine. The fans love this. Don't you read Twitter? Don't you read Torelli and Monica and Jason? I love our fans so much. I read a thread sometimes. I can't stop reading it. I was reading a thread between Monica, Jason Abram, you know that kid Jason Abram?
Mm-hmm.
And who else was on it?
See that guy or whatever he is?
See that, yeah. Well, he does from my Uncle Frankie.
Yeah.
You know what that is, right?
Yeah.
Which is unbelievably funny. When I do, you see that guy? What do you say? Okay, so one of our fans, one of our fans is at see that guy.
Yeah.
My Uncle Frank would, he wouldn't understand it. Trying to explain Twitter to my Uncle Frank. Like, what are you doing? What you do? I don't want nobody follow me. It's not. They don't physically follow you. What are you talking about? Fuck you. What are you, fucking fag? Everything was a fag. What do you mean going acting? What are you doing? You're a fucking fag. Why are you looking at here? We go acting. We gonna do like a Robin Benjamin of you? You're a fucking fag. They're all fags out there. That's all he said. They're all fags. I don't give a shit. Even if the guys are like tough guys, they're fags. Name a guy you think ain't a fag. John Wayne fag. John Wayne's first name was Marion. What the fuck? You change that. All your names are Marion. Fuck you. I punched my father in the face. I ain't even married. Fuck you, motherfucker. Sometimes he would make a noise. Like to answer the question, Uncle Frank, how do you get to the job? Oh, Jesus Christ. You are so stupid yet you live. You go on the Parkway, you know where your daddy make a letter with daddy. That's what? You make a letter with daddy. What did you just say? What do you think I said? You want me to tell you? Yeah. This is exactly what you said. Would have had it. Would have had it. So when you get to the job, tell them you're a journeyman. What's that mean? You're a journeyman carpenter. You make $22 an hour. Does that mean I got to build shit? Because I don't know. Oh, you fucking jerk off. Just go. Just go. You don't know how to move. You got to learn how to move. Set my uncle up. When my uncle was 11 years old with a date. The girl was 12. Lived next door to him. True story. Down the shore. Lived next to Uncle Floyd. And there was a cute little girl, 12 years old. So he sends them to the boardwalk, drops them off. And then he takes them home. They leave the girl off at the house, and he says to my 11-year-old Uncle Bruce, "You fuck her?"
Oh God!
They were at the Seaside Heights Boardwalk for an hour. It was packed on a Saturday night. They were at the falafel stand or the fucking. Did you fuck her? Did you fuck her? My uncle goes, he's all embarrassed. No. Oh, what a fucking fag. He called him a fag. He goes, you don't know how to move. When I was your age, I was fucking everything that walked.
Oh, God.
Oh, gee, what a fag. When I was your age, I was fucking everything that walked. You gotta learn how to move. What the fuck you do with her? I gave you $10. I gave you a sawbuck. He gave me a sawbuck. I gave you a sawbuck. That's $10 for you, rich kids. I don't know. We got ice cream. Oh, Jesus Christ. She suckered you, man. You don't know broads. She got an ice cream, but you get nothing. I'm fucking embarrassed. I'm fucking embarrassed. The father tomorrow's going to say, oh, did your nephew fuck Mike? I'm going to know. You got nothing to worry about. He's a fucking fruit. You got nothing to worry about. Now, if I was 12, you'd have something to worry about. You might have something to worry about right now. Oh, gee. I got Penn State on. I love that Sandusky. What a great defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Yeah, called him a fag.
So this would have been what, late 50s for Uncle Bruce?
Uncle Bruce was born in 1953, so this would be 1964.
Okay.
Summer 64. They just shot Kennedy. We just shot Kennedy. Yeah, we got him. Santana Trifficani. Carlos Montella. I know all those fucking guys. Well, we left a bunch of Irishmen in their driveways. We don't give a shit. Yeah, we take them down the reservoir, forget about it. You know what the reservoir is? When you drink water out the reservoir, you drink an Irishman. That's all it is. Why the Irish? They want to move in on the labor. The fucking Jews, you need them. The Jews, you need. Irishmen are like stupid. They're dumb in the jigs. He would say something like that, and I go, Uncle Frank, I'd be with my friend Mike. I go, Uncle Frank, my friend Mike is part black. He goes, I fucking like your shit. He goes, I tell the niggas they're black. Direct quote. I tell the niggas they're black. I don't give a shit. He had a diabetic poodle. His wife had a diabetic poodle. And the wife had him by the tip of her finger, and every once in a while we go over there and he'd be chasing the poodle with a needle.
Oh, God. And
I'd go, what are the chances this poodle's getting the proper insulin? Well, he had a big gut, you know, and I go, Uncle Frank, you're not getting over this fucking dog, I swear to Christ. Did you get some Paris poodle? The dog's name is Paris. Hey, Parrot. He didn't know my name. He knew the dog's name. He would call me Wooly. Hey, Wooly. I'm like, Wooly? Hey, Wooly. You see Paris? Get that dog. I got to give him the insulin. The needle. Grab it. Yeah, grab the dog. I set the dog up with the broad next door. He fucked her. Tell your faggot to Bruce. The dog fucked her. You cool fuck. I gave the dog $5. He fucked her. He's fucking the dog next door like crazy. Like fucking crazy, but yeah. I taught that Torian how to speak. Yeah, I don't give a shit. I'd go to a job site and a guy would be screaming at me. Tell your fucking uncle he sent too many guys to this job. All right? Now I gotta explain. I gotta pay for one extra guy, a journeyman, $22. I ain't got enough sheetrocks to keep you busy. Call your Uncle Frank right the fuck now. Take the job phone here. I call him and goes, and he's in the background screaming. I go, Uncle Frank, what do you want me to do? Tell him he's got me to fucking deal with. Tell him his name is Mud. Tell him Frankie Manto's name is Mud. And I go, Uncle Frank, he says you're Mud or something. He goes, tell that jerk off. Who gave him a soapbox? Tell that jerk off I'll come down there right now. I'll kick the shit out of him. You want me to tell him that? You did tell him. Did you find Panucci? This is Panucci. That's Panucci yelling at you? Tell him, put him on the phone. I'd put him on the phone. I don't know what my Uncle Frank would do. I'd put him on the phone, and he'd come back and go, listen, I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sorry. Why don't you go on break? Why don't you go on break? We were Neanderthals. How did anything get done?
He was like the big cowboy in Casino.
Well, sort of. Sort of. How did anything get done? Like, we built, if I go by a building that we were building, I wouldn't go in there. Even the guys who were better than me at carpentry were not that good. Everything was not measured properly. Listen, dude, the guy showed me a picture of the bathroom you sheetrocked. Holy shit. I wasn't sitting there.
My dad had all these like weird terms for tools, and on the box it would say channel locks, but he would have some like weird term for it, and he'd go, he'd call and say, take the thing and do this and that. Yeah. And I'd be looking all day for that tool. He goes, it's right here. I said, it says channel locks on there.
Listen, jerk off. Listen, do you swim naked today? Yeah. You motherfucker. You got to go to Cock Robin.
Yeah.
You build a house like you go to Cock Robin, right? Jesus Christ. I mean, what the fuck? And who's the shine stand? You got one shy friend. He's like whiter than you, for crazy. You got one moolie.
No, the guy that worked with me at the site was named Herbert Rousey.
Yeah, Herbert. The spook Rowdy. We got one Tootsie and Rowdy, Jesus Christ. I don't trust him. I love the fucking blacks, man. They move, man. They know how to move. He do a little time. Who gives a shit? He loved my father, Uncle Frank, because my father stole everything. He loved them. Goes, oh, your father fucking took everything, man. Holy Christ, we stole everything. Holy shit, we set my cousin up down the shore at a stand, the milk bottle thing. We knocked the milk full. Jesus Christ, we robbed everything. The kid they would come. I said to a fucking kid with acne, I said, the fuck the milk bottles. You want your fucking that broad devil a bear? $20. Give me $20, you get a bear. Give me $20, you get a bear. He sold everything. He sold all prizes. And the owner of the stand would like not even break even for the... Those things were a gold mine. The owner of the stand would not even break even. Oh, your old man knew how to move. Your father was in a hospital. He told me, Frankie, there's a scale in here. The doctor told me the scale costs $5,000. Get the truck. He tried to back a truck up. My mother stopped him. My mother stopped him. Here was the plan. Me and my father were going to tie a piece of coax cable. A piece of coax cable. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Around this big scale. My father overheard a doctor say it's brand new. It's a $5,000 scale. My Uncle Frank called him up and said, I got a fence. The guy will take it. $2,500. So we were supposed to lower it down into a pickup truck. Lower it down into a pickup truck. And then drive it to Albany, where a fence was going to take it for $2,500. A stolen hospital scale in the back of the truck. My father almost in a diabetic coma. My father got in a motorcycle accident, Harley, a Sportster, on his way to work. And my mother didn't know he had a motorcycle. He kept it at his mother's house.
Oh, man.
He didn't go to the hospital because he was afraid to tell my mother. You know my mother.
Yeah.
Okay. He was afraid to tell her. He came out of the shower. I come home. He's getting a towel. He looked like a burn victim. I said, Dad, what the fuck happened? He goes, I fell out of the thing. You know, most will tell you, but I can't tell her I have a motorcycle. I go, Dad, what are you going to bleed to death? She came home and saw me like screaming. You've got to go to the emergency room. He had 2 Harley Sportsters. He got sick when we made him disappear. I go, who? The Sportsters. That was one phone call. I got 80 cents on the dollar. Just everything was wrong. Everything my father did was not right. You see that ladder? You just look this way. Okay, we stole a snowblower once. He goes, the guy always keeps it out, brand new snowblower. The guy always keeps it out by the curb. He goes, I'm going to slowly, you're going to go, he put me in the trunk of the car with the trunk open. Okay? The trunk is open. And he goes, I go, what am I going to do? He goes, the handles are out into the street. I go, yeah. He goes, he puts it out there, then he goes in the back to do something. So the guy was home in the back, and he's going to drive slowly past the snowblower, and I'm going to grab the handles, and we're going to tow it, but I'm holding it in the back of the trunk. So he goes, I miss it the first 2 times. He's screaming at me.
Oh, God.
He goes, what the fuck? He's going to come back outside. I go, let's do it tomorrow. We're going back another time. 3 times. The 3rd time I got it, but my hand slipped. I'm scraping it now because I just have one hand.
Oh, God.
He stops at the stoplight. He straightens it out, and we towed the snowblower home.
Oh. How old were you at this?
14.
Oh,
14. And I got back, and I thought he was going to be proud of me because he goes, you fucking suck at this. Well, yeah, thanks. What if I was good at it? Yeah, you know what? I got to tell you something. It's about funny. There's an AA step, like the 8th step you give amends. Like you call people and say you're sorry. Like I'll probably do for you hopefully one day. Dan, remember the decade between 2010 and I'm sorry.
I already got one of those from the fat piece of shit DJ, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. Oh, really? I was going to call the guy who stole the snowblower, but I wasn't even drinking at that point. I just felt I owed him an apology.
Oh.
Because I would see him shoveling. I would see him shoveling. And I go, we have your snowblower.
Oh.
We live like 4 blocks from him. I'm like, what if I go over there and what if I try to paint our snowblower like it doesn't look like his? I go, you want to borrow our snowblower? What if he notices it's his somehow? Could you imagine? I just borrowed my snowblower from you.
Your dad probably would have wanted some type of rental fee. Get $5 for him.
Well, we had cable. My father would install illegal cable, and he would give the people our address, and they would mail us checks every month. I swear to God. That's what he was doing when he fell. I told the lawyer that, and he goes, Art, that's a direct paper trail to you. Do you know the felonies? Every time the guy mails you a check.
That's mail fraud, and there's no statute of limitations on mail fraud.
Well, my father's dead. I said, Dad, why'd you do that? Take a one-time fee. He goes, well, listen, you set up an empire. I said, listen, I don't know what to say to that. Sometimes I'd be flabbergasted. Sometimes I go, I don't know what to say to that. He had $200,000. God, I'm opening up on this podcast. He had $200,000 in counterfeit money when the day I was born. Above our, we had a really small apartment when I was born, really tiny, like 1 bedroom, but almost a studio in Orange, New Jersey, like a borders Newark, and they were local wise guys. I'm not going to say the name. I think they're disbanded, actually. They're disbanded. If you guys, they're the same guys, you Google it, the name will pop up. If you Google, there was a famous singer, Connie Francis, in a really good Italian crooner, and she's
in the paper today.
Why?
A book. There's a book written about it, and she talks about a lot of stuff. It's in the paper today.
Well, her brother got killed by mob guys. Ooh. And they found him in a driveway in Hillside, New Jersey. I think so, either Hillside or Down Neck. And the guys my father was holding the money for, there was if you Google it, that'll be the name that you'll pop up, who supposedly killed him. So he got involved with, he owed money to them. And Connie Francis was young and she wasn't like a big star yet. So they said, hold the money and we'll get it when we need you. We need to get it. You'll get a little money for holding it. And of course, the FBI, somebody ratted him to the FBI. Let's say who? God, it's unbelievable. all I'll say is this. It wasn't my mother. It wasn't anybody in her family. All I'll say is this. Fucking broads. That's all I'll say. Fucking broads. They find FBI comes in 200 G's above the goddamn fucking. She's pregnant with me, my mother. Pregnant with me, 8 months. They find 200 G's above the fucking refrigerator, and he gets taken in, and he dummies up. And as the story goes, you can't get out of that life. But my old man, he wasn't fully Italian, and not gonna be a maid guy. He would have been working his whole life as a worker bee. And my mother said to him, "Listen, I'm taking the baby and leaving. If you don't, you got to tell him you're out." And he goes, "Well, I can't get out." He went to them and they said, "Listen, you dummy up, you beat this case, and nothing happens. That'll be the favor. But it's got to be clean. Don't come back." Blah blah. Supposedly, that's what he told me when he was paralyzed, and that's what he did. He told my mother, that's it, I'm out. And she started hanging antennas for a living, which is a lot of hard work. And we moved to Union. And, of course, he completely lied to my mother for the rest of his life. Apparently, he went back in. Some side jobs. He had a black guy who would sell him. All the drivers for the cable company would sell him their shit because you needed early cable. You needed to put what they call F connectors on the cable, and you needed to strip them with these special things that owned by Suburban Cable Company.
Right.
I could put an F connector on in 8 seconds, my glory. And he would buy all that equipment because he needed it because he had a very active illegal business going on. He had stickers that said cable TV put on the side of the van. They had to be straight. They had to be straight too. I said, "Dad, we have no time for this." He's got a level out with the sticker. Drive you crazy. So one of the drivers who we started, buying stolen goods from was Harold, black guy, and he would call from prison every once in a while because he also robbed gas stations. So my father would be his one phone call, and he would go, "Is this the kid?" Go, "What?" You go, "The son? Is the son?" "Yeah, it's Hal." H-A-L, I thought it was. H-A-L. Hal. "Yeah? Tell your father Hal called. He'll know where. Tell him I'm in college again." That's the first time I heard that term. I go, "Did he get a scholarship or something?" "Oh, no, Hal." I said, "Hal? Who's Hal?" And, Harold. It's Harold. I go, "Okay. Hal call. Yeah, tell him I re-enlist. What's that word? Recapitulate or no, whatever." So fucking funny. So fucking funny. God rest his soul, my dad. What a great man. Just a guy, listen, a lot of, obviously these aren't great stories. But to his son, he told me a lot of wrong things, getting bad grades wasn't totally terrible. Had to steal a snowblower. Could you imagine that call? Listen, remember 1981? Remember you didn't have a snowblower? Yeah, that was us.
I say you do it on stage.
Right.
And here's your new snowblower.
Be great. I'll buy him a state-of-the-art one.
A driving one.
Yeah, why not? Listen. Well, the yards weren't big enough. Quite frankly, it was a little. He didn't need it. I mean, you know what I mean? It was a little.
We only hit. Yeah, I know.
Little pretentious.
Yeah.
Little pretentious. Like, where you living? On a state? "Oh, Didi, your dad stole everything. Oh, everything." Because after my father fell, my Uncle Frank would try to. What do you keep looking at?
I just want to make sure we're recording.
Oh. You're doubtful of it? That means...
No, I have to always watch.
Oh, really?
Every 2 minutes.
Why? Does it go out?
Yes, it stops sometimes.
That's very disconcerting. Well, thanks. You're doing your job. Thank you. Sorry. Let me do mine. I'm kidding. So you try to get my Uncle Bruce to do bad stuff, steal stuff. My Uncle Bruce after my father fell, he became Jesus. He became a born-again Christian. Big time. And, he wouldn't do anything bad. And my Uncle Frank hated that. "Oh, dude, what happened to that fucking Mary?" I know, he didn't fuck the kid in 1964. He didn't fuck the girl, and now he won't steal anything. He was really mad he wasn't doing illegal stuff. He goes, "What the fuck? Say little shit. Little shit? You want him to have people send him money as if he's a cable company? Oh, you with a Mary. And then he would pause and go, your fucking father, man, holy shit. He took everything. I go, what do you mean? He goes, holy shit. You had to batten down the hatches, man. We went through where we clowned everything. Everything's the property of. Well, and that's why when that lawyer tried to sue. He said, we'll sue the ladder company. And I said to my mother, I'll tell him. The ladder said Bell Atlantic on it. And there's a Sears or Roebuck warehouse that a Bell Atlantic guy, I guess, was running a wire on the roof. And my father drove by and needed a new ladder. And just saw the ladder. And just went up, grabbed it, and put it on his truck and left. And I said, what about the guy? He goes, well, you got to get down. You get down with the stairs. Jesus. I wonder what Hal's doing right now. I would love to interview Hal, the black guy. He's probably at college. He's probably a lifelong student at college.
We needed a couple of steps fixed at the house, and my dad, he said, listen, I'll take care of it or whatever. I'll get a guy to go out there. So it's been like a year, and I keep on asking him, what about the guy that you're going to get? He goes, well, I've been trying to get a hold of Herbert Rousey, the guy you used to work with when you were a kid. I'm like, okay, great. He does good work. He goes, I haven't been able to get a hold of him for a year.
Well, yeah, well, that's what happens.
So
maybe like Stephen A. Smith. He was Stephen A. Rousey.
My dad was
Stephen Rousey. Tell your dad it's Stephen Rousey.
He would. The second my dad would leave, he would, let's get out of here, and we would go.
Go where?
We'd go to Arthur Treacher's.
You'd blow.
We go to Arthur Treacher's and eat lunch, and then scurry back around 3:30, 4 o'clock with my dad.
Oh wow! So he would have like what?
Fish and chips,
and you would have his dick. Hey, Danny, I got your lunch. Stephen Rousey's aroused. Oh, my God, Stephen aroused. Dad, I've got to tell you something about Stephen Rousey. What would your father do if he knew he made you blow him?
Oh,
would he kill him?
That would never happen.
Why? If he made you,
No.
you were a kid.
No.
What do you mean? What if he forced you to?
It would never happen.
What would you do? You'd fight back, right?
Yes.
Okay. You wouldn't let it happen.
No.
You wouldn't put a Brian McKnight song on and let it happen?
No. It would have been Marvin Gaye back then.
Well, listen, good last name. Yeah, no, that's it. My Uncle Frank called him Marvin Fag, by the way. Marvin Fag. Oh, I love that guy. He can fucking sing, that motherfucker. Yeah, so there you go. It was a little treat for my little walk down memory lane.
What was your Uncle Tommy like as a young man?
Really smart kid. Really smart kid. He's Uncle Frank is my grandmother's brother, so he was my great uncle technically, and Michael Tommy is my mother's brother, and 17 years older than me, so he was still a teenager, very into the '60s, very affected by the '60s, and but he valedictorian, Seton Hall, the only white collar guy in my family ever, really.
Wow.
And when my grandfather went on the GI Bill back to college and became, an accountant, but what the sweetest man ever. He would do people's taxes on the block for a broccoli ramen egg sandwich. True story. But my Uncle Tommy, a brilliant guy, a very intelligent family. Even the carpenters and a lot of those guys were all brilliant people. Very, very well-read. And except my Uncle Frank, but again, talking about street smarts, there was a natural. He just knew how, like you say, knew how to move. He went about an 8th grade education. He was the head of the Carpenters Union. Okay, he was the head of the Carpenters Local. And let's just say, when he made a deposit in the bank, he used a shovel, not a pen. The shovel was his pen, like James Brown. So and very always ball breaking from the time my Uncle Tom is I guess like me, I get that from him and my father in a much more sick way, but my Uncle Tom is a grade A ball breaker.
Yeah, I know.
Like on a level of like the ball breaking meter hits red. And with all my friends, that was good. He was a popping because my Uncle Tom's the kind of guy who, if you know him for 10 minutes, he could goof on it. You goof on anything with him. Which was great. Danny McGrath, the bad cops like that too. You could be talking about mothers within a sec. All the black kids in them, they were talking about his mother. The black kids in high school, they paid me. They would offer me money to find out Dan's mother's name because they wanted to put it in the jokes when they played the dozens. Oh God, that they a lot of money. And eventually, I gave it to him for like it was $30. I gave it to Duquois Hutchins. That was his African name, Duquois. I believe he's dead now. And he was so pissed off that I gave him his mother's name. You know how annoying it is that you look at that. You're looking at that every 2 seconds.
I'm not.
I mean, you are. Is there something else to it?
No.
Every 2 seconds.
I'm not looking every 2 seconds.
I mean, it's clear you don't care what I'm saying. But this is what you do. I catch you like this. Like, why? Every 2 seconds?
I'm not doing it.
You took after Tim, too, with the smartphones in the car, man. I can't take it. There's going to be an act of violence.
But then you use your phone. You dial, you call people.
What are you talking about?
You do Twitter.
What are you talking about?
When you're driving. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but what's the matter with you?
Because I can't believe you bust me on the phone.
I'm talking about directions.
Thing. Oh, big deal. I don't grow up in New York City. Sorry.
I'm telling you where to go.
Whatever.
What do you mean, whatever? I know where I'm going. I tell you, you're like, damn, we don't need that. Okay.
All I'm looking for is traffic information.
Why are you so mad right now?
All I'm looking for is traffic information.
Why are you so mad right now?
I'm not mad.
You're a fucking weirdo. Dude, man, every once in a while a butt of yours gets pushed. Holy shit. And you're screaming at me. What else do you want from me? You make more money than me.
You do way more stuff on the phone than I do.
I'm the boss.
You do way more on the phone.
No, but I'm not a fag looking at directions.
I don't stick it in my crotch like Tim and like
You're
every
both looking
second.
at directions.
He is texting the club owners with stuff he forgot to do before he left. That's what he's doing.
You're trying to deflect on Tim. Believe me, I know Tim's horrible. But you've become millennial. You're like, are you trying to be young with that?
No, it's not true.
Every time I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, we don't need that. All right.
I like to know where I'm going.
Well, why?
So I have a...
What do you think's going to happen?
Well, so that, there is a place that I have to go to in Mountainside, New Jersey, where it is on 22. It is an hour every time, and I'm trying to look for alternatives.
Well, I'll tell you alternatives.
Well, you never have. I've been complaining for a year.
Well, just tell me before you leave.
I did tell you.
You tell me when you get back, because you love pouting. You love going, that's fine. That's okay. It took 14 hours. That you want me to feel guilty.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Because you tell me after the fact. Tell me before you go. I don't have a note written down. Ask Dan. I'll tell you where we're going. Straight to Loserville. You get so angry sometimes. I don't know what the fuck. And that's the real you. That's how you feel about it. Did you hear how he just yelled? That's what he thinks of me. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
It's getting more and more to the annoying, like, you're going to blow up. Do not try to kill me when I'm sleeping.
Spent an hour and a half getting the stains out of your beautiful shirt there today.
Well,
last night.
Do it if you don't like to do it. I don't tell you to do that.
If I hated you, I wouldn't do that.
You totally hate me.
Oh, yeah, right.
Dude, you hate my guts.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, you do. My mother and sister are the only people that like me. I know that. My mother always tells me.
I love you, Art.
No, but she tells me every day, Dan is really, don't trust him.
I know Flippin's gonna.
You're so mad. This is what he gets mad at. You're so mad that Dan bought these towels that are like really cheap, and they're so terrible. Like I can't even and they are that blue fur ball comes out and it's all over the place, and that means cheap. That's a cheap towel. And I go, you got to get better towels. And it's so insulting to him. I can't even bring it up to him. And then my sister bought the right kind of towels. My sister bought these white towels. They're so great. They are so fantastic. And I've never mentioned it to Dan because he would go berserk you would blow up. You would blow up.
I thought I got nice.
Did you get the towels?
The white ones Stacey
you
got
use
are
Coop?
certainly nice.
They're way better. They're just. She goes, I know, because Dan gets jealous of a woman.
Oh God.
You want those women instincts. Until you get the operation, I don't know tonight. Because are you taking hormone pills? Because you have that kind of man.
No, but your mom wants me to take fish oil.
Yeah.
Hey, get some for you too.
You should take fish like the pH fish. I just please. Before you blow up, you got to get out of here. I mean, listen, I am sorry that I'm talented. You know what I mean? And then,
America is grateful for it, Art.
well, no, you see the sarcasm, I know. Timmy saw me out, I'm talented. Timmy's surrounded. He's got Springsteen and me.
Yeah, but Timmy's got another vocation he can go to.
Well, Timmy's got
life coach.
Timmy, yeah, right. How pathetic. Timmy's another one. I can't bring it up. You don't realize how much you have in common with Timmy.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same exact thing. Yeah. I'm tippy-toeing around. Why do you torture yourself when you see me go out and you become an artist on stage? You know what Timmy has? He's got those. He sees the checks I get. He's so mad at me. He thinks he's so much smarter. And he's like, I went to college. What's he doing? Just yells into a microphone.
He's still going.
Yells into a microphone. And then I explained to him. I think he's inheriting money. I hope so. Because honestly, I mean, he'd be homeless. And I try to point out to him he's got to change life. He's got to do something. And, he goes like, what? He goes, I'm going to school. Because all he does is work for me. And he somehow pays rent. And he gets whores every once in a while. He shows me pictures of these whores. They all look like Miguel Cabrera. He's the player for the Detroit Tigers. And do you notice he likes those dark,
yes.
Puerto Ricans?
Yes.
And, they all got, Cabrera's tits.
And they have facial hair in places they're not supposed to.
Right. Like their face. What kind of statement was that? You mean a woman had facial hair when she wasn't supposed to? Yeah, they're on their face. Some of them have, they look like that critic who died, Joel Siegel. And they're less feminine. But he's got Springsteen. He's got the genius, because Timmy's cousin is Springsteen, and he's got the genius of music, and then me, the genius of comedy. And he looks at me disgusted. He's like, you got cupcakes all over the car. And I'm like, what do you want from me? And he goes, well, I'll be all right in life. I'm like, what are you going to do if I stop doing stand-up? He goes, I'm in school. I'm like, for what? You're 37. What is he, 38? Yeah. He might be older. I think he lies. What are you going to do? He goes, I'm going to be a life coach. And every time he tells me it, sometimes I forget he's going to be a life coach, and then he tells me it like at a rest stop, and I have to get out to laugh. I have to get out of the car. I'm like Lupe, the fat chick. There's not enough room for me to I have to get out of the car to laugh. And it's not just Tim. Anyone who's going to be a life coach. So then I break it down, and he gets really mad at this. But I'm trying to help him. I go, okay, you're going to be a life coach. How long do you have to go to school for that? He goes, well, it's a couple of years. And I get like a diploma. Like, yeah, all right. License and stuff? He goes, yeah. I go, is it psychology? No. So you're coaching me through life? Yeah. I go, who? Well, usually it's people that are not doing well in an area. And I coach them. Then I have to get out of the car again and laugh. No, and I go, okay, let's break it down. All right, so take me, for instance. Well, you'd have to tell me something that's bothering you. I go, okay, I eat bad. Like what? Like what? I'll have to look at it and think about it and tell you how to correct it. I go, okay, like what if I told you before bed every night I eat a stick of butter? What would you say to me? I'd say, first of all, you'd have to stop doing that. Okay, so what you're saying is, So in other words, because of your schooling, you laser focused on what's wrong. Because of your schooling, like a lot of people wouldn't see that the butter is the wrong thing, right? Is that what you're saying? Well, no, a lot of people might not think, So you're saying a normal person without a life coach degree wouldn't know that eating a stick of butter is bad before bed? Do you eat the whole stick of butter? Yeah. An entire stick of butter. And then I go right to sleep. All right. I would tell you have to stop doing that. Okay. And would that be the whole session? Well, we'd have to talk about what it caused. What caused? The butter. Okay, well, I get fat. That's what happens. Okay. So you get thin if you stop eating. Well, I get thinner, I assume, if I cut out a stick of butter. Okay. So I'd have to get thinner. So right there, I helped you get thinner. That's the whole session, or would you come to that conclusion over several sessions? How many sessions would it take? So wait a minute. Would you tell me to stop eating the butter on the first session, or is that jumping too far? In other words, like, is that too radical to change?
He needs to ease you into it.
Right. No, you're right. I probably wouldn't shock you with the butter news. So we got to the point where, like, it would take 4 sessions to cut out the butter and decide that what is going to happen positive is I get thinner. And that's his life coaching. 4 sessions. I go, what do you charge for that? How much? To tell me not to eat a stick of butter before bed. And then realize that the result is I'm getting thinner. And he said, I'm not kidding. Like $180.
Per session?
No, for all the whole time. I said, Tim, so, all right. Okay, so now you're done with that. Now, how do you avoid being suicidal? Tim, what the fuck are you talking about? Who is going to pay you to do anything? Who's going to pay you to do anything? What is the competition on that? Can I price it? If I get someone who does it for $175? What are you telling me? What is a life coach? You're going to die broke. Unless I just give you money.
During one of the shows, a woman that worked for the club was asking him because he was promoting his life coach thing, and he gave her a card.
He's supposed to be helping me.
Yeah.
He has a card?
He has a card.
What does it say?
You know what? I don't have it.
I have to immediately see the card. So, he has a card that says Tim Sullivan, life coach?
He had some type of thing. He gave her a card.
Oh, we have to. Oh, come on.
And
we have to see that.
She was asking about it, and so
who?
The woman that was at the club, and she said, "So will you have some type of medical?"
You mean the manager of the place?
She might have been like a PR woman. She was a PR woman.
Puerto Rican. Right. Dan, Jesus, Dan. I thought you were a liberal. Jesus, Dan. Just say Puerto Rican, American. God, I'm sorry.
So she said...
What?
She said, so when you're done with school, will you have any type of medical designation? He goes, no, I can. And he was very adamant about it. And she said, well, what kind of...
he can't call himself a doctor.
Yeah, but he can't even say that he's been accredited. He goes, because
What's
he could...
accredited mean? What do you mean?
Like...
he went to school?
He can't say that he's in the medical life coaching thing. He's not even in... Well, I'm not into that whole accrediting.
Is there a medical life coaching thing?
Yeah, there's something...
Well, how long you got to go to school for that?
Probably 4 or 5 years.
Well, he went to 4 years of college, and quite frankly...
But he's only taking 1 class a semester.
Okay, but I'm saying, right, he'll be 72. Well, no, that's what I mean. He needs a life coach. It would be like... I'm trying to think what it's like. It would be like if Mel Gibson were, like, head of the Anti-Defamation League. I don't understand what he's going to do with himself. I just like he's inheriting money like everybody else. Everybody's getting money. I give money. That's unbelievable. Like a game plan my old man had. Oh, gee, he didn't plan nothing. No kidding. It's just very disconcerting because I can't. He thinks I'm a loser, And what happens is he sees my checks after the gigs. He sees the stupid shit I do on stage. I act like a retard. And then he has to get the check. I make him get the check. And, you know, like at the Borgata, I played the Borgata recently. I get $50,000. I get $50,000 for an hour. I love it. I love it. And I just got a clean bill of health from a doctor. Fuck off and die.
Do you remember the third or fourth week I met you coming back from the regatta, just me and you?
No.
You faked the heart attack in the car, and you said, "Oh, I guess, Dan, just reach in my pocket. There's something in there. I'm not feeling well. I'm not feeling well." And you just pull it out, and I pull out the check. Oh, you go, "Oh, it's the pressure of spending $50,000 check at the Borgata." I'm like, "You asshole!"
I never said that.
You did too.
You make shit up. Like,
we were driving back.
Yeah, that never happened.
Yeah, we were the third or fourth week I met you, that Borgata show.
That was you and Kevin Hart. Boy, you just make shit up. That never happened.
It happened.
I would never make a dumb
You start to
joke.
swerve the car a little bit.
I don't know.
Oh, Dan, I'm not feeling well. Dan, I'm not feeling well.
I want my fans to realize. I want to do a survey. Would I ever do something that unfunny?
Yes. You faked the heart attack when I was at the movies.
Yeah, no, that was funny. That was April Fool's Day. I got you to leave. I'm sorry, I got you to leave that big. What's that guy's name? Sean William Scott.
The Goon. That was the name of the movie. It was about a hockey player.
Oh, I thought you said the Goon.
You said the Gook?
No. I thought it was about Obama.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, again, he sees. I just love it. I love it. I mean, I admit I'm overpaid. I'm overpaid for what I do. And Dan can't stand it.
Yeah.
And I know he can't. Dan's a very efficient guy. You know.
I'm just so proud you have a clean shirt that I laundered on stage.
What I'm saying. That is, for some reason, God put me on that register. You know. And my last assistant, Teddy, his head almost exploded. Teddy got so jealous and resentful. Because the shit I would make him do was, some were felonies. Let's just put it this way. I can only get so many prescriptions of cough medicine with codeine in my name. Tim, but when I got Tim because Teddy used to get, I used to ask him to get prescriptions. What year? How much? What 6 years is? What's the statute of limitations on?
Oh,
prescription fraud.
I don't know. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, this is a long time.
Yeah.
He's fine. The opiates. Sometimes I would get cough medicine with codeine. It's called Tussianex. I was addicted. I would gallons of it, and the constipation. I can't even tell you. I blew out an O-ring in St. Louis.
Oh God.
Because it's that cough syrup and it's the opiates. It is just really like, whoa. Really, really constipated. You know that box of shit on the TV commercial?
Yes.
Yeah, I needed that back then. It's really gotten far the medication.
You never tried a laxative or anything?
Yeah, sausage and peppers. But, and so I would have Ted, for extra money, Ted would do it, He would go, all right, I can't do it. I'm not going to enable you. $50, okay. I'll go give you an extra grand. That's how much. The money was flowing. I would get I remember one time in San Francisco, I played the Masonic Hall, 3,500 people. I got $100,000 for the night, 30 in cash.
Oh.
And I just gave Teddy, I said, Teddy, here's $8,000. Just go get me a bunch of illegal shit. Now, he'd have to get cough medicine in his name. And, and he would go, don't have a heart attack, man. Well, why? You don't care about me. You care about him. He goes, no, really, I feel terrible. I would oversleep for 8 p.m. gigs. I would get a whore. We go to the Vegas whores, first of all. There was so much hot pussy. Like, for $500, you got a young Carmen Electra. It was like your own private Pam Anderson. $500 on Super Bowl weekend because all the competition. They all flew in, and the whores would bitch to me. It's really lame this weekend. All these girls come in from us. Shut up. This chick took her clothes off and got into the tub. And I didn't realize she was just washing herself. She didn't want me in the tub. But I read those signs, and I said she wants me in the tub. So she puts her, all her clothes, her bedazzled clothes for the weekend, right on the side of the tub. I get in, all the water goes out of the tub onto her clothes. She wanted to kill me. And she had a pimp who was not white who wanted to kill me. That's what I learned. That's no bullshit. The pimps get all the money. I would yell at these girls. I go, wait a minute, what kind of a business model is that?
You need a life coach.
I said, do you know Tim Sullivan? I should say, Tim, what would you do? He goes, well, because of my training, I would laser focus on the problem. That's a term he uses, laser focus. He goes, because of my training, I would laser focus on the fact that she gives the pimp all the money. And then tell the pimp politely, we should work out as like 70-30 or something. And then what if the pimp kills her? Now, what if she comes back to you and says, I told my pimp that, yeah, and he lit me on fire. And he poured Drano down my throat. So let me get this straight. Let me laser focus. I'm laser focusing on the Drano and the fact that you're saying he ignited you? Yeah, because of your advice, he threw an oily rag on me and lit it. I have third-degree burns over 85% of my body. Okay, let me laser focus. So wait a minute. Let's look at the positive. 13% of you is not burned. Every day when you get up, listen to me. Every day for the rest of your life, when you get up, don't concentrate on the 87% of you that's burned. You concentrate on that 13%. That's not burned.
And use a natural aloe on the burns.
Right. Now I'm going to give you some cream. Now, I can't write a prescription, but Artie's oldest assistant, Teddy. I think Teddy actually became a pharmacist after all.
No, Tim sends them all to everybody who asks him a question to the homeopathic store.
The homeopathic? What does he do?
To the natural cures.
Well, it's hard. Tim's a very short person. It's hard. Yeah. It's hard to
see. He doesn't do this in front of you. He waits till you leave the room because he knows he's going to take crap for it.
Yeah.
Listen, you need Vita B, C, Beta.
You do?
No, not me, but he's...
Who needs it?
Whoever he's talking to at the time. Every show, he gets into a discussion about CrossFit with somebody. And at the last show, the security guard that was outside the door that was guarding your car... He and a couple of cops, Timmy was talking to a couple of cops, and second, he knocked on the door, and I was afraid that you would hear it on stage. The last show, remember how close the door was to the back? I thought you were going to hear it. I walk outside, I go, Tim, why did you knock on the door? He goes, hey, all these guys do CrossFit, I just wanted to tell you. And I closed the door and went back in, because you were right there, the stage was right there.
Listen to how mad Dan gets at other people in my life. He's so mad at Tim for being in my life.
He should be watching the show. What if somebody rushes the stage?
Why don't you tell me?
What if somebody rushes the stage?
They're not right. They're all on angel dust. They would go the wrong way. And then they would need a life coach. Boy, the crowd in Newton needed a life coach.
Are you talking about Levy?
God, if anyone needs a life coach. I won't. Look, Bob's a friend, so I won't say. Okay. Bob Levy's a friend, so I won't share. I won't tell you exactly what his text has been saying lately. He's been texting me a lot lately, and I'm just saying this: the end's near.
Oh God.
Let me just say this. I'll just say Minnesota/militia. Listen, we've got to fight him. Listen. I'm putting a suicide vest on Dominic right now.
And he's going to back up in his guitar.
Yeah. What's a suicide vest about? What do you show him your family history? Listen, my son has flip-flops on. It's 2 degrees out. Listen. You can't afford socks? No, listen. He likes the look. Has he ever worn socks? Listen. Listen, I want to do it. I need money. Can I do a gig with you? Well, I have somebody else on it. He goes, I don't want you to have to pay me money. Well, then what are you gonna? I don't understand. What are you gonna do? He goes, I just want to be with you. I'm worried about you. He's worried about me.
That's exactly what he said.
That's a move a lot of people have. Like, they immediately turn around on me, and I'm an easy target because there's a lot wrong with my life. I mean, I am a flawed human being. I mean, if you started,
We all are.
Yeah. Well, listen. Listen. You're flawed. Listen. But I keep it together because I'm lucky that the money I've made. It's all about money. First of all, listen. Anybody, you kids out there, anybody telling you money isn't everything, tell them to go fuck themselves. If I caught some fucking fruit and ne'er-do-well scumbag, after school special do-gooder, telling my 12-year-old boy that money isn't everything, I would fucking punch him in the face. Money is everything in life. Everything. It's happiness.
It's the only currency that anyone cares about.
Well, no, that's not true. I've told some women. I've said the rudest thing I ever said to a woman. I said I was leaving a city and she wasn't leaving with me. The city was far away. And this is something a life coach would not say to him. And she said, "What am I supposed to do? I don't have any money." I said, I said, "You have possibly the world's most valuable currency between your legs. You have my permission to use it." I'm trying to describe the face she made. It was like George Bush when he first heard about 9/11 in that school. When he's telling those kids. When he hears about the second plane. That's the look she gave me. She said, "What?" I said, "You have, I'm not giving you any money like I do all the time, but you have the world's most valuable currency in between your legs." And by the way, she did. I said, "You have my permission to use it." And she looked like George Bush looked after he was told about the second plane while reading a book called Baby Gorilla. What was the book?
Oh, it was something the goat or
Jimmy the goat. Jimmy had the gout. That's the look she had on her face. And that's the second to worst thing I said to her. This particular girl.
Oh.
The worst thing I ever said to her is worse than what I just said.
I know what it is.
Yeah, you know?
Yes, yes.
Right. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is.
Oh, I know what it is.
I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is. Let's just say, I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is. Let's just say, I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Let's just say if my doorman was up here, I wouldn't tell you. It was terrible. And to me, it was my life coach at the time. And he laser focused. He laser focused because of his training on what I said wrong. Yeah. Well, I said your most valuable currency is between your legs. You have permission to use it. And she didn't come home for 4 days. I guess she went on a spending spree. Oh, God, that's funny. A spending spree. Anyway, well, Danny told me a great story. Danny used to work with an 800-pound DJ. Susie Schwartz, what was her name?
Can we take a break?
Oh, sure. Ready?
I'm giving you life coach advice.
Are we on?
Yes.
Do you want to look at the thing?
I just did.
Okay. You want to look at it again? All right.
It would be a sad day if this genius conversation was not recorded.
Listen, you're the one who let it go a few times. Several times. There are a couple of great things never aired.
That's why
Michael Strahan.
That's why.
Remember that Michael Strahan interview I did? In the wind.
That's
because of your incompetence.
That's why you double check.
I was competent that day and did my job. You, of course, were not. You want to look at the thing? You want to look at your smartphone? That is this generation smartphones. Only generation not as smart as their phones. Think about that.
On Monday, my sister called me and said, I need 30 minutes with you. We're going to three-way call, and you're going to teach Dad how to use this because he got a new smartphone, and he got email.
Yeah.
So I sent an email. I sent a text. I could hear that he received them. Right. He couldn't push the thing to open the email. He threw out the phone.
Right.
I heard a thump, and then the phone hung up. And Susie called me back and said he threw out the phone. He's not going to use it. He's going to go back to his flip phone.
Father's a great man. See, that's why. I'm not saying you're gay, but if you were, that's why. You just told me a story. Your mother would take you to see The Sound of Music, and your father wanted you to go.
No,
see
that's not what I said.
Alfie, where he fucks a lot of pussy.
My dad would take me to R, and sometimes R. What was the other? It wasn't X. There was something above R when we were kids.
Gay.
And he would take me to
NC-17, like something like that.
Yeah, those kind of movies too.
Right. Well, I'm saying no. Your mother was domineering in the sense that she didn't want you to go see the Alfie because it was heterosexual. But Sound of Music, she wanted you to say, and that's why you love musicals. But it's not a learned behavior, homosexuality. Which is why they have to get everything they want. Honestly, if you deny a gay person anything, it's like anti-black, anti-white. They're born gay, so God made them. So they get everything, marriage, everything, because anything else would be really a human rights violation. And again, people think my gruffness. I am not. I don't have any racist bone in my body. And if I did it because Bob Levy fucked me. No. Which is a joke Bob wrote.
Written by Bob Levy.
But right, in 1911.
We have to say that.
In 1911. Again, the only thing I sort of understood was the Japanese internment camps, and I'll tell you why.
No.
Of course, I'm kidding. Well, Pearl Harbor. George Takei from Mr. Sulu. I love the guy. We became very good friends. He hasn't called me since my rehab. But, on the show, we socialized a bit. And he was in an internment camp. He was in a Japanese internment camp when he was a kid. And, he said, on the surface, the government knew what they were doing. They made it look sort of all right. But, crazy shit was going on. And clearly he got fucked by a guy.
Oh.
But he didn't mind, which is great. That's when it's great. That's when God has helped you. If you're a kid and you're just realizing you're gay and you happen to be in a situation like the kids were in Sleepers, right?
Oh, God.
You know what I mean? For the other kids, it's a living hell. For you, it's like one of those sandals resorts. For you, it's like, bring it on, honey. Bring it on, Kevin Bacon. Hey, Bacon, give me your sausage. Hey, Bacon, how about a side of sausage? On a line for three, God. Nothing but the bottom of the net. That's fantastic. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Why are we winning Emmys? Or potties? And that's great. Yeah. And I did it. Unreal. So, yeah. That's nice, though. We got good equipment. It's a lot of budget here for the film set. Yeah, so, it goes on and on, and the film eventually gets to its climax. And I don't know what happens, but I'm listening to some funny shit at the end. I won't tell you the jokes, but I made it worth my while. I'm in a sanctuary city that I call Hoboken. He's got me waiting in the lobby. I've been watching Godfather 2, man. Frankie Pantangeli. Holy shit.
2 or the epic?
Oh, the epic.
Yeah, because
but I'm watching a lot of 2, the 2 version.
There's a couple of great extra Frankie scenes in epic.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm watching the epic. You're right. I'm getting a couple of good ones. Bye, Tom. I don't want to continue this family, Michael. I had an abortion. Something unholy, like our marriage. I don't want to bring another one of your sons into this world. Not with this Italian thing. Boy, what a cunt she's being there.
Hello, Carlo.
That's the best. Well, hello, Carlo. Real casual. Hello, Carlo. Yeah. Wow.
That's an underrated line in the movie.
What?
Not a lot of people do. That's such a great line.
What line?
Hello, Carlo.
Well, first of all, you're doing an awful impression of Michael Clemento. Are there people in your life who've been telling you you're doing that's fun, like the black guy and the because they're lying to you? It's like with Gary Dell'Abate with the throwing out the first pitch. If I would have been such a good friend to him, if we had catch for 2 seconds, I would have said, Gary, do not throw out the first pitch. Okay? You risk hurting their feelings and going, no, don't. You know what? We're friends. I'll tackle you first. It's like the same thing with you. Do not ever throw out a first pitch. Ever.
Off.
Don't.
I had to pitch to Mark Grace in the offseason so he'd get ready for the All-Star Tour.
That's one thing. I'm talking about on camera when
I can make it to home plate.
No,
I can't throw a strike, but I can make it.
Well, no, that's not good then. No, but I'm not talking about that, where you make it. Doesn't matter where it goes. I'm talking about technique. I'm talking about looking like a guy when you throw it.
I look like a guy.
No.
Yeah, I do.
You look, Dan, you don't.
Yeah.
You look like Tuesday Weld. You throw like you jaywalk. Honestly, every Kardashian girl is manlier. I don't know. You throw like that chick thing, and you use all of your.
I do not throw like a chick.
Yes, you do, and
No,
use
I
all of your
don't.
hips, and your hips are very effeminate and flimsy, and you see it all jiggling around.
Oh my God!
When you run across the street, it is like watching Rhoda. It's the beginning of Mary Tyler Moore, the opening credits. You do everything but throw your hat up, but you won't do that because you're bald. I would be such a good friend to you. I would go, don't play any practice, don't do anything.
Yeah, okay.
What, you don't like that? Well, maybe you'll get me back here. If the said we find a mountain range, go out on a hike or something. What sport are you good at? Hiking? I'm being serious.
I like to play basketball. I like to bike.
Right. Oh, biking. You
Yeah.
stick with biking. But there's no way you look. Oh my God, basketball! Jesus Christ.
We played basketball and we tied.
Yeah. Again.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I'm at 30% speed.
Yeah, okay.
Dan, I was toying with you.
Yeah, okay. All right.
I am my life coach. I carried you.
Okay.
I want our friendship to be good. I knew that was important to you. I'm already doing much better in life. And, fucking food and stuff. I'm eating better food. You don't think I could beat you in basketball?
Well, we've only played once and we tied.
Yeah, but
okay.
I don't even remember playing. What are you talking
We went to the gym. We played for an hour and a half.
What gym?
It was when the powers that be at DirecTV said, listen, you got to start working out with him. I go, what?
What?
I go, are you kidding me, right?
In
No.
between you getting me drugs?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a lie, by the way. Well, anyway. But, I'll let you. You want me to let you win again in baseball?
Okay.
What I have to do tonight, I have to go. You guys know Dave Juskow, right? You remember him from the show. He was a great guy. He's Sarah Silverman's grounding for him. Juskow's a great guy.
I just got a text from him.
Yeah, what did it say?
Hey, Dan, can the Artie Quitter tweet or Twitterer one of the tweets about tonight has the kicker in it? That's who we Facebook through. I have no clue what that means.
Me neither.
Hey, Dan, can the Artie Quitter tweet or tweeter one of the tweets about tonight that has the kicker in it? Question mark. That's who we Facebook through.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Neither do I.
All right, here's what you have to tweet back. Say, Dave, never tweet me again.
Text me.
Text me. Say, Dave, this is directly from Artie. If you ever text me or Artie something about this project again, just consider Artie persona non grata. We're not friends anymore.
But that means you won't be in his Godfather.
Yeah, basically, I go there.
You're in the Dave Juskow Players.
I'm the only person. No, no, you're wrong. There's a Dave Juskow player. I'm the only one. I thought I was committing to like 10 minutes. I'm on a fucking series. I shot the whole Juskow show. It was less work. He wants my football bills. You make them, Fruity. Just pick them. I go there every show. I'm going to be blunt here. I'm going to be blunt. This is the blunt show. This is the Emily Blunt show. Okay. Every time I've done 2 episodes, I committed to 4 episodes of this. What are we talking about? And then he goes, "Wow, it's sold out. It's packed." And I go, "Yeah, it is." He goes, "Why do you think that is?" I go, "Can I just want to punch you in the face." So I said, "I don't know, probably Lenny Marcus." Did Lenny tweet it out to his 11 followers? Lenny, very funny, by the way. And of course, Rachel Feinstein. And I think who else was on? A lot of very funny people. But I whatever. I thought we were going to do one show. I nodded my head like this. Like I might have even been from heroin.
Oh God.
So by the way, I went to an auction on heroin once. I bought an $800,000 painting.
Oh,
I bought Cezanne's apples and pears. So yeah. I committed to 4 shows. 4. And he guilts you like crazy. What is the end game with Juskow? He's 68 years old. The worst hair dye I've ever seen. And I think he works with a cane now.
Herman Cain.
Tim Cain and Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton was told she walked with a cane, too. Los nosotros, los manos. Los Luso Recauto. Los Trumpo Pidaso Badlo. Los Luso Hispanicos. Even though I speak-o. Lost LBGT-O. Community-O. Yes. He just puts O at the end of every sentence. That's how he speaks Spanish, Tim Kaine. Yes, cookies-o, Pop-Tarto, Los PTO Schoolo. Los nosotros has manos, Los años Hillary Clintonio. Presidento Clinto la blowjabo Fachigo. Enormoso Fachigo lapito. Gilberto push wheelchairo. Yeah. She sit up-o on toilet-o, break-o. Dr. O upset-o. Thank you. Here's your president-elect. Madam President-elect, how many times did she... Oh, my God. This is... Oh, God, she was so disappointed. Were you secretly disappointed?
No, I was so mad about that Bernie Sanders shit.
Yeah. Dan claims he voted for Bernie Sanders.
I wrote him in.
Yeah. And if you believe that, you believe he knows Bill Murray. Los. All right. I forget what I was on a tangent. So basically,
tonight you're doing Juskow.
Tonight, oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. He's just he gets very he's pissy.
Yes, he is.
You know what I mean? And then I'll do anything for him, obviously. But that's it.
I got to mention on this podcast.
Wow.
Yeah, I tried to call Dan, see if Artie. It was a couple weeks ago, but I sometimes you can't get a hold of Dan too.
Do you get you get so excited that you're mentioned on that? Clearly,
on the Juskow extravaganza.
Does it piss you off that I don't care about it? I'm over it. Listen, Juskow is a very funny guy.
He is.
Yeah,
He's a good guy.
Yep. Is he? Let me say this. Is that Juskow maybe, or just a brilliant disguise? I went to your football show with Lenny Marcus
as the slides played.
Yeah. Yep. You had a slideshow coming our way. I never saw an audience more bored at your pompous ass slides. They didn't know why they were there. People started to cry. So when you invite me to your stupid football show, make sure I don't go, and for Lotto goes. For Lotto goes. God have mercy on the man who says yes to J just go. Now Dave tried to pay me $20 in cash. He said it was my payment. I said that won't last. The parking cost me $52, so I'm still down $32. Let me tell you, Dave, doing a show for you sucks. Now there's another one in the cast. Some other shitty comic that he met online at last. He gives me her credits. It always involves girl code, but I never hear of them. This show really blows. So if you come tonight to see our football show, look real close and say, is that Artie or Dan Falato?
What's the line that we could use for "You better think hard and think twice"?
Yeah, that's right. So if Juskow asks you to do something, you better think hard and think twice.
And not be so nice.
Oh yeah, and you're too nice. So if you ask you to, you better think hard and think twice. Because I guarantee you'd rather catch fucking lies. Now, I'll just say this. Dave Juskow, if you see him in an interview, he says his two best friends in the whole world are Sarah Silverman and David Tell. Guess who gets called for the shows for a favor? Not them. You know, it won't be there tonight, Sarah Silverman. She'll be at an Emmy party in L.A. David Tell will be writing jokes and doing stand-up. I'll be doing Dave Juskow show. I wonder if... I guess I don't ground him. All right. Juskow tonight. I guess I'm going. What's it, 4 o'clock?
Yeah.
It's 4 o'clock? I mean, the last thing I want to do. And I see that I go to every show. I'm not kidding. I'm not trying to be a dick. Well, maybe a little. But I go to every show, and he's bombing. He tells me to get there at 6:30. I rush because I try to be prompt. I rush and rush and rush. I get there 6:30 on the button, and the producer goes, "Oh, Dave's got another 30 minutes." Of what? There's crickets. I can hear my dick fucking receding like a turtle. Waitress is not a looker. I'm like, what am I going to do? 30 minutes of what? He's showing a slideshow. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. God, does he need a life coach? I'm not even kidding.
And it's of him tailgating.
Oh, yeah.
Of NFL games he doesn't go to.
Right, Dad, you have no idea. Yeah, right.
Right?
No, those are the exciting ones. In the middle, I go, oh, how'd that get? That's my niece Sarah's bar mitzvah.
Oh, no. That was us at the Harry Potter exhibit in London last month?
They're there. They're there.
She isn't talking to Uncle Dave anymore, I heard.
Why? What happened?
I don't know. Something happened on the trip.
Oh, no.
Yeah. He goes,
You're kidding me.
No, I think she's mad at me. I got a call the other day. He wanted me to check if anyone else was mad at him. He goes, do you think Russ is still mad at me? Yes. I hope I can talk about this in the podcast. Do you think Russ is still mad at me for my comments in the podcast because he won't be in my Christmas Carol show?
Dad, can I just correct you for something?
Yeah.
Nobody listens to the podcast. You could talk about anything you want. Now, what did you say that was fruity again yesterday? I mentioned that Ben Affleck is stiff. I watched some of the Batman versus Superman. Jesse Eisenberg, I'm not buying it. As Lex Luthor, not buying it. Right? I mean, that's not.
I thought it was a stupid movie.
Yeah. It's all special effects and But Ben Affleck says has a line where he just goes, "I'm moving to California." He's leaving, and I know I say he's stiff. I say Affleck's a stiff actor, and Dan goes, "Well, this was around the time he got a divorce." What? And then I had the creepy crawls. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Well, what does that do with acting? And how do you know that? How did you know that?
I read it in Us Magazine.
Wow. Wow. Lenny Mark, Us Magazine. I'll leave that to your conclusions. Rachel Maddow. I finally watched that show to try to relate to Dan.
I don't watch that show.
The show's unwatchable. She is so smug. She is so smug. You know what she's doing? I've tried to realize, what is she doing? What's she getting away with? She's getting away with something. She's doing the Janine Garofalo thing from the 90s. Because she's a dyke. She's a filthy dyke, right?
She's a lesbian.
Yeah. Because she's a filthy dyke. Which is a sexual term. Everyone thinks she's smart. Now look, there are smart lesbians, of course. There are dumb lesbians. There are smart fat guys who are Italian. There are dumb. I'm hopefully in the middle. Black, smart. Dumb guy, black guys, smart Puerto Rican guys, dumb Puerto Rican. Everybody's a human being. It's dumb, smart, dumb, smart. Just because she is politically correct in every way, shape, or form, with the short hair, the comfortable shoes, it doesn't mean she's a genius. But everybody's pushing. We gotta have somebody who's, we gotta make sure they think she's a genius, because we want to push this whole thing. Hollywood wants to be, I'll talk myself out of a job. Yeah. But I'm just saying. So she does this thing, and she's smart. Doesn't make sure you look at the thing yet. Try to do it. Don't be so pronounced with your head, because I see it. You go like this. And I notice it out of my eye. Try to be more subtle with the way you look. Can you keep it in front of you?
I can move it. I think.
Why don't you stare at it? Instead of looking at me, do what you want to do. Stare at that. And then every once in a while, look at me so that thinks you're rude. Just stare at the clock, and that's a better idea. Then every once in a while, look at me. And that thing will go, what are you doing now? So she does this thing where, Janine had a thing where she had no punchlines. No punchlines at all. And I've done this before. She would just have a premise, and then instead of saying a punchline because she wasn't capable of writing one, she would roll her eyes and look real like condescending and sarcastic, and that would get a giggle because whatever, like, you know, you giggles, and all of the fucking executives at like HBO thought she was brilliant, and this is literally what they would say: "God, she's probably thinking something so funny." And the other one, should we ask her what the funny thing is? We're paying her $2 million for a deal. No, don't insult her. She's clearly funnier than us.
They gave her TV shows, movies, book deals.
But the joke was on her. Joke was on them. You know why? She wasn't a dyke. They thought she was. She was just an ugly broad. And, yeah. So, but that they felt sorry for her too there. Ugly broad and Uggs. That's why they called it Uggs. Because she didn't grow off a little bit. The full name is Uglies. Also, the socks she's wearing was unfunnies. Unfuns. She was unfunny and ugly. So she had Uggs and unfuns. And, of course, dummy shirts. Dum-dums. Hello, dum-dum. You need a good actress, but just not funny. Everyone's a genius. So Rachel Maddow's doing that same thing. Every once in a while, she pauses. She'll show a picture of Pence, and that's what she did. She shows a picture of Trump having dinner with Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney does not look like the brightest bulb in the fucking tanning bed. I'll give you that. And Pence is creepy. The way Pence looks at another human being when they're talking to each other is really creepy. Almost like... Did you ever see the movie Tron? Or, no, what am I thinking of? What's the movie with Sting from the 80s? Is it Tron? Like, you know, where...
Is it the desert? Where he's in the desert?
Yes. Whatever that movie is.
Oh, God.
The creepiest scene ever.
Look it up.
Yeah, look it up. We got to look it up. The creepiest scene ever is...
Dune.
Good one.
And I didn't look it up.
No, I know. Okay, calm down. Coon Dune. So, the creepiest scene ever is in that movie. Do you know the guy, the Irish guy with the red face? He's in ragtime. He plays
Yes,
the fireman.
yes.
Okay, big Irish act. You know him. He's in Purple Greenwich Village.
Right.
He plays the retarded kid's father in the
Yes.
Purple Greenwich Village.
The jeweler. He's a locksmith.
And the Pope. He's
Yes.
a locksmith. Absolutely.
He's a great character.
Yeah, awesome. He's in some Archie Bunkers.
Yes.
He usually plays a racist asshole. And a big, round Irish face. He was there a lot. And, help me out of there, basically. Help pull me out of there. To a life of, going to L.A. and getting on a TV show for a couple of years, getting in the movies and making some money. It was a nice thing. But,
Dune. You were talking about Dune.
okay, there's a creepy guy. There's a scene where I guess the guy likes fucking young boys. You know, he hovers over the boy, and he goes to the guy, and the guy gives him a boy as a gift.
Yes, I could.
And he attacks the boy.
I remember that, yeah.
He attacks, you know what he said?
Yes.
Okay. The look he has on his face when he gets the boy, when someone gives him a boy, he gets excited,
Yes.
is the look Mitt Romney always has. I know it's a very specific thing, but I'm like, what does he look like? He has a look on his face like this, like he's always looking like, hey, what's up? Like there was a flimsy executive who worked for Fox, and he was the head of talent development. We were on Mad TV, and me and David Herman would like laugh at the way he talked. He said one thing in particular was so funny. The way he said where he lived. And we would purposely ask him where he lived. We go, his name was Spencer. Spencer, where you live? Where do you live, Spencer? He goes, Hermosa. And then he would pause. He goes, I love it there. Hermosa. I love it there. Yeah, okay. You can tell the look on his face. Like he's saying, there's a lot of pastel. A lot of the homes, a lot of the fences are done in pastel colors. I just love it there. And then we'd ask him every 5 minutes. Hey, Spence, where you from? Hermosa. I love it there. Do you love it there? All right. I love it there. 5 minutes later. Hey, Spencer, yeah. Do you love where you live? Oh, my God. I love it. Where I live, yeah. I love it. Where do you live? Hermosa. Hermosa Beach? Yeah. But when you live there a while, you just say Hermosa. Some people say HB. I say Hermosa. Who was your what? And then we would try to get him to the rhyme. We do the Filato Gelato long before you. I go, Spencer, what's your favorite alcoholic morning beverage? A mimosa. Really? Yeah. I love it. I love a mimosa. Where do you go get it? Hermosa. So what's your ideal? What do you do on a Saturday morning? I go to Hermosa. I get a mimosa. I love it there. Great. Now, who was your favorite home runner? Sammy Sosa. Really? Yeah, he lives in Hermosa. Do you ever get a... Yeah, I get a mimosa. So what's your ideal morning? To wake up in Hermosa and go get a mimosa with Sammy Sosa. I love it. I love doing that. I don't care if anybody thinks that's funny. I love it. I can't stop doing it. Hey, did you see the new show, The Apprentice? Yeah. Who's your favorite contestant? Ambrose. Yeah, she's a big celebrity. So, yeah, I was assigned to that show. I said, hey, Amorosa, guess where I live? Hermosa. Do you like mimosa? Do you like Sammy Sosa? So what do you do? What's a perfect Sunday? Well, I get up in Hermosa. I go get a mimosa with Sammy Sosa and Amorosa. I love it there. That's just, come on. That's funny stuff. Is that funny stuff? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of them.
That's an odd combination of letters at the end of a sentence.
It is, right?
Yeah, I was trying to think of, okay. I couldn't believe you came up with Sammy Sosa. That's the one I couldn't think
Sammy Sosa. Right? Don't you love it? Don't you love Sammy Sosa? He lives in Hermosa. Next to Amorosa.
Did he have a Testarossa car?
There you go. Hey, you know what I drive? Hey, Spencer, so here's the thing. Here's what I like doing. I like waking up in Hermosa, getting in my Testarossa, and picking up Sammy Sosa, and picking up Amorosa, and going to get a mimosa. I love it there. I try to park closer. We don't like the walk, so it was Amorosa. She had heels on. So she said, can you park closer? I said, sure. So here's what happened. This Saturday, I woke up in Hermosa. I got in my Testarossa. I picked up Sammy Sosa. Then I picked up Amorosa. And then we went to get a mimosa. And I parked closer to the cafe. I love it there. Everything else, I love it there. Good one, Testarossa. Yes. I might have to get off the mic because if we continue to think of things in rhyme,
I know.
I won't stop doing it. Anyway, yeah, so the look that guy Spencer had on his face when he would say Hermosa, I love it there, that's the look Mitt Romney always has. Think about it. Doesn't it look like Mitt Romney? He's going, Hermosa. Do you like Redondo? No. Redondo's different. Then Manhattan Beach. No. They don't have the pastels. They don't have the pastels. Do you understand, Artie? They don't have the pastels. All right, I'm going to go now. All right? Can I go?
Yeah.
Sure. Fuck. This really blows up. Oh, no. Oh, here we go, right? Are you still riding with Anthony Bosa?
I can't believe we didn't think of that.
Okay, Artie, listen. Artie, I've written a book too, with Anthony Bosa. So here's my favorite thing to do. Here's what I'm doing Saturday. I'm getting up in Hermosa. I'm riding with Anthony Bosa. And then we're getting in my Testarossa, picking up Amorosa, parking closer, and getting a mimosa. And I invited Anthony Bosa. Anthony Bosa. Okay, no, wait. I put Anthony too soon. Okay, I'll end with this. This is the final thing. This is the look. This is what Mitt Romney's face reminds me of. Hey, Spencer, what are you doing Saturday? I'm glad you asked. I'm waking up in Hermosa. And I'm getting in my Testarossa. I'm picking up Sammy Sosa. Then we're getting Amorosa. And then I'm parking closer to get a mimosa. And my waiter is Anthony Bosa.
Oh.
Oh, that's fantastic. Anyway, what am I introducing?
You and Joe Batteries and Carolyn.
Right, Joe Battery. So, I've been. A lot of people are sending me so much great stuff on Twitter, and I appreciate it. From tapes I didn't know existed, like the Trump thing. Did we put that on here? Ever?
Yes.
Yeah, the Trump roast. I didn't know existed, and you're sending me great shit. It's fun to see. And something else you sent is something I forgot about. Joe was trying to pitch a show to a network called "Why Are You Funny?" What's so funny? What's so funny? And he got into the minds of fucked up comics who had fucked up stories, and he thought it was funny. And me and Jimmy Norton were two guys he tried to do it with, and we shot a pilot basically. And you do a 15-minute set. Interesting idea. Do a 15-minute set, and then Joe's cousin, who was a shrink, comes on stage with Joe, and on stage you analyze the set right after it happened in front of an audience. Funny idea, and I think this came out good. And as you can see, this is from 2004. As you can see, I've been helping Joe for 20 years. Right? This is not the career I would have chosen. Joe's got a big nose, son. So that's what you're about to see. This is 2004 at Caroline's Comedy Club. God, 13 years ago. 13 motherfucking years ago. This is Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock. Listen to this crowd. Sold it out in 2 minutes. And it wasn't Joe and his shrink doing it.
Did Jessica show slides?
Right. Joe Scale's hair was just going gray. And, this came out very good, by the way. If you want to see the video of this, Google Artie and Joe Matarese doing stand-up at Caroline's.
And it'll be up on your Artie Lang YouTube page.
And right, we're going to link it on YouTube.
And Twitter and
right,
Facebook.
There you go. It'll be a link. Yeah, the video's good, too. My girlfriend, Dana, at the time, is 10 feet off to the right of the stage, and she comes up a lot. I don't know. Old times. It's like they never even happened. So enjoy that, and enjoy this podcast, and we'll have more coming. We have fun doing the podcast. And you know why? Because we do it from her mouth. I love it there.
All right, welcome back to What's So Funny. We have our final guest here tonight. I think you're going to really enjoy him if you guys listen to The Howard Stern Show. You've seen him in many movies, Old School, The Bachelor. Give it up for Artie Lang, everybody.
What's going on, Caroline? Salud, this show's good for me. Why I might need a shrink. Earlier, Pete announced that I wasn't drunk and 300 people booed. As I'm walking on stage, a beautiful girl who looks like an accountant or something hands me a Jack and Water. I'm a man of the people. I'll drink the Jack and Water. Not like a Jack and Water before a shrink session. But I think I need a shrink because I'm starting to get like some of my old Italian uncles. I'm starting to yell out that certain minority groups are taking over, you know, like... like gay people have taken over, I think. They've taken over television, that's for goddamn sure. Like, the network Bravo, an entire network, you know what their new slogan, and this is true, their new slogan is, now we're twice as queer. Going on, guys? Like, how do you get twice as queer? Like, just when you thought we couldn't fit another cock on screen, we shoved one in there. And that guy Carson Kressley from Queer Eyes getting fucked in his mouth and his ass, and you're like, wow, this couldn't get any more queer, you know? And then out of nowhere, two black cocks ear fuck him, and you're like, holy shit! This just got twice as queer. I think I'll put the Yankee twin game back on. Fuck it. It's cool to be gay nowadays. I mean, you know, if you're not gay nowadays, you're a fucking homo. I was actually on that show, Queer Eye. Anybody see me on Queer Eye for this straight guy? I'll tell you what, man, that's the last time I mixed liquor and homosexuals. That's it. But I learned something from being on that show. It's hard being around 5 gay guys all day because you always feel like you have to adjust the conversation so they can relate to it, you know? You're with 5 gay guys and you go, yeah, so the other day I was playing football. I mean sucking dick. Shows, and my friends say it's because I'm homophobic. Now, you know what? Maybe I am homophobic. I don't hate any group of people, but what is homophobia? Phobia, it's a fear of something. It means you're afraid. Now, if you say to me, Art, are you afraid of getting fucked in the ass? I don't want to offend anybody, but I'd have to say yes. It might be my single biggest fucking fear. Getting fucked in the ass. I'm also afraid of heights. But I'd have to put getting fucked in the ass right up there with heights. They both have different things that scare the shit out of me. Like with heights, you're up high, you're looking down, you might fall. And with getting fucked in the ass, you got a cock in your asshole? You know what would suck? I don't know about you, Carolines, but this would be a shitty afternoon for me. Is if someone took me to the top of the Empire State Building. Fuck me in the ass. That would kind of ruin my day. And fuck being gay, straight. I just wish I was good looking, man. I wish I belonged to that good looking club. You count on me. Fuck it. Good looking chicks rule the world. But now on top of everything else, good looking chicks, they want our sympathy. They'll go on talk shows like Jerry Springer and they say, I know I'm beautiful, but feel sorry for me. I got molested as a kid. My uncle fucked me. You have lunch with a drop-dead gorgeous chick and she goes, I know I'm gorgeous, but hey, my uncle fucked me. Take a look at me, honey. God fucked me. I got fucked by a guy a little more powerful than your loser uncle. Now blow me. And if you need air, yell uncle. It's Sunday afternoon, the Pope is dead. Let's get offensive. Come on. I'm trying to get good looking. Someone said, oh, you want to get good looking, you got to lose weight. They said, you want to lose weight, go swimming. I've never been swimming before in my life. And that's because it's never been more than a half an hour since I last ate. I used to be a lot thinner in the 80s, but that's back when I was exercising. Here's a piece of advice if you still do cocaine. Only do cocaine if you're good looking. It sucks doing cocaine when you're ugly. Because every time you do a line, you got to see your fucking face in the mirror. You know, you're like, holy shit! There's the whole reason I'm getting high in the first place. My ugly fucking fat fuck me face. Shrink's got a lot of work today. I got a lot. I do drink a lot. Someone said to me, Art, what's a wild night of drinking? You look like you've had a few, and I have. A wild night of drinking to me is when you drink so much that eventually you pass out, and when you wake up, you're naked in a police car with 2 cops. But the weird part is, you're driving. I got a lot of vices I'm trying to work through. Over the years, I've also developed an enormous gambling problem. You're not in show business for 12 years and dressed like this without a bad gambling problem. I was making 35 grand a week on a sitcom. I'm wearing the same sweatshirt I wore at a Rush concert in 1981. And the reason I got no money from gambling is because I like to bet on New York football cocksucker fucker fuck me in the ass Giants. The Giants haven't covered a goddamn game since the Reagan administration. And the Giants used to be, this will get into my psyche a little bit, because you get an actual hatred for people that are involved when you lose bets, you know, like, the Giants used to have this old guy who announced the games on the radio. He had, like, Alzheimer's disease, and he was a drunk. His name was Jim Gordon. He always made mistakes on the fucking radio. So if you had a bet on the game, you didn't know what the fuck was going on. This is a true story. This guy, Jim Gordon, would say shit like this on the radio. You'd have a bet, and he'd go, Sims drops back looking for a receiver. He's going way deep, long, long, way down for Baker, baby. Touchdown Giants. No, he dropped it. Mega takes the ball at his own 32. He breaks a tackle. He's across midfield, 45-40, 35-30. He's got one man to beat the kicker. He's by the kicker. He'll score. No, he stepped out at the 5. One time, this was years ago, I had $500 to my name. So I put $1,000 on a Giant game. Sunday, Caroline. I'm not going to tell you what. Put double your net worth on a football game and then get drunk watching it. Beats the shit out of any New Year's Eve you'll ever fucking have. So I got all this money on the game, and here's what this cocksucker says on the fucking fuck radio. Giants have the ball, 4th and goal from the 1. Tillman, the lone setback. Handoff, Tillman. He's in. Wait, no, I can't see it. Now word from Toyota. But as horrible as the Giants are, the Jets are even fucking worse, man. Got any Jet fans in there? My uncle was a gambler, and he had a funny quote about the Jets. My uncle told me once, he goes, when he was a kid, he was into the Jets, and then he got older and he got into girls. And then he got back into the Jets, and he said the reason for that was he realized there were times when a girl won't fuck you, but the Jets will always fuck you. What can I end with? What's a good story to end with right before I see a shrink?
The big story.
That's how, well, you know, I got to similar one. I used to snort heroin, so I shit my pants a lot. If you shit your pants, do it at home. Don't do it in a car with your buddies, because that's fucking embarrassing. Funny story about that. Years ago, I go out with my friends. It's like a Tuesday night. We get all heroined up. We're in my buddy's 76 Nova. 2 guys in the front, 3 in the back. I'm behind my buddy Anthony, who's driving. And halfway home, I go, dude, pull over. I got to shit. He goes, fuck you. I go, Anthony. It's Artie talking to you. I got to shit. So he pulls over. I go into the woods to shit. And you know how when you're shitting in the woods, and you're on heroin, you know when you pull your pants down, it creates like a bridge right here? A lot of you girls know this from getting fucked in cars. Oh, fuck off. What I did was I was so fucked up, I shit into my pants, pulled my pants up, I got back in the car. Which sort of defeated the whole purpose of going into the woods. I could have just done that in the car and tried not to tell anybody about it. Well, I get back in the car and we start driving, and my buddy Pat goes, what the fuck stinks? And he says, oh, Artie shit his pants. And I go, no, I didn't. Then I felt the squish, and I said, fuck, I must have shit into my pants. Because it wasn't the first time I had done it. So they go, dude, listen, we can't take it. You got to take your pants and underwear off and throw them on the side of the road. So, sorry, ma'am. So they pull over, I throw my pants and underwear on the side of the road, I get back in the car, but the problem is I still had like a shitty ass, you know? And God forbid I get the Led Zeppelin Nova interior dirty. I got my ass propped up, and finally they go, dude, look, you gotta walk home. So I get out, I walk home. When I get home, I go to open my door, but of course my wallet and keys are in the fucking pants I left on the side of the road. So that night it was fucked up. I slept on the lawn. The next day, I missed my SATs. But as I sobered up, I said to myself, how fucked up is this situation? Somewhere on the side of the road, there's a pair of pants with a huge chunk of shit in them. And the only other thing in them is my ID. Cop finds a pair of pants and goes, some loser shit his pants. Here's his name, picture, and address. All right, guys, listen, they have the work cut out for them, so I'm going to get off. That's my time. Thanks for coming out. We'll see what happens.
Welcome back to What's So Funny. We're here with Artie Lang. Artie Lang.
I just realized I'm in a shrink session with a Jack and Wood.
That's beautiful. There's no rules here.
Yeah,
you got to get 2 of them though.
Right. I'll show you. Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Thanks for not getting that, by the way. I said 2 of them. I work with you sometimes on the road. I was enjoying you because I said to you in the commercial break, this was the first set I've seen you without going fire when you came up.
I know. Well, I mean, you got to give the fans in Cleveland what they want, otherwise they. Yeah, but fire has become a signature piece for me. That's like my Rosa.
I know,
like my Rosalita. Pete's working for a living.
I'm curious, Artie. Listening to your set off stage, I'm curious about any relationships in your life and how they might be affected by the alcohol, the gambling.
Yeah, well, I do. I have a great girlfriend. You'd be surprised. She's like, she's a school teacher. She's really got it together. She's hot, and she thinks I'm an alcoholic. I mean, I think she has some issues with my drinking.
What in
absolutely.
particular bothers her about it?
Well, I mean, a good story like when I'm on the road a lot, and when she's not with me on the road, this has happened at least 3 times. I get back to the shitty fucking hotel room, and Joe can attest to that, the Hawthorne Suites in Pittsburgh. And, the manager of the club said he could get Percocet, but then he couldn't get Percocet, You're at a Denny's waiting for a kid with acne. It was fucking. So he's got a friend who can get Vicodin for you, and you end up just having a Denny's French slam breakfast, and you go to bed. But I call my girlfriend up drunk, and I'll ask her to marry me, but I won't remember doing it the next day.
That's romantic to do it over the phone.
So the next day. From the airport, I'll call her on my cell phone. She'll go, "So, do you remember proposing?" And I go, "Oh, God, no." And she's like, I go, "What did you say?" She goes, "What do you think I said? It's the 3rd fucking time you've done that." And she said no every time. So I think the drinking's becoming a little bit of an issue.
Why do you think it continues, Artie? I mean, obviously you've had a lot of success in your career lately.
Right?
Yeah, what would a completely sober Artie's sound like?
I don't know. I don't think I've been completely sober since I was about, I hit a double in Little League in 1978. I don't know. This gig I have now, a morning radio show. You can't be drunk there, obviously. Although when we go to Vegas, I get drunk.
But Artie, I've never seen a human being get more rewarded for being
a loser.
Drunk. I mean, how does it make you feel that these guys are supporting this behavior so much?
It makes me worried for them and their family. I mean, it's like, I think I'm going to be fine, because I used to do the same thing to Kinnison, and a bad example.
See,
when I'm dead in a year, just remember me, you motherfucker.
Oh, I'm curious, Matt, because you're a psychologist, and I'm curious because I noticed that he will quit for the Howard Stern show. He doesn't do it, but the relationship doesn't get him to the point of I have to stop, even though she's probably broken up with you how many times over it? I'm guessing
5 or 6, maybe.
5 or 6 times.
5 or 6 times. I mean, it's just 7 now. No, I mean, but the Stern show hasn't got me to completely stop drinking. One thing did. When I was 28 years old, I went to a doctor, and he told me that I had to stop for 6 months because I had liver enzyme problems. This was in fucking 19. This was when I was 24. And so I stopped for 6 months. I went back, and he said it was fine. And since then, 10 years of.
That's funny.
I'm fine, yeah,
That's like I had a cholesterol problem, so I stopped eating cheese for 6 months.
Right.
Lowered it a ton, and then it went down, and now I eat cheese and.
I actually had it was a doctor in L.A. who had a sense of humor. Everybody in L.A. seems like they want to be in show business, so they try jokes out on you. And I used to drink a lot of tequila when I was in my 20s, and the doctor took an X-ray of my liver, and he really said this. The guy in L.A. told me my liver's wearing a sombrero. I didn't laugh because I thought maybe that's an actual medical condition. And the guy's sitting there waiting for the laugh. I got this doctor waiting for a reaction from me to laugh, and I'm like, oh yeah, good one.
Are there ever any moments when you seriously get scared about? Does your behavior actually scare you, or does it?
Yes, sure, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, well, there's nothing worse than waking up at a Holiday Inn in Cleveland and realizing that the night before you spoke publicly and you can't remember anything. Like you had a microphone in front of people that paid to see you, and you can't remember what you said.
So why do you think it keeps happening? All the things with Dana, all the things
I don't know,
at the clubs
man.
where you're waking up in the morning. Why do you think you continue?
I don't know.
Do you
Maybe
think-
that's something we should talk about when there's not 300 people. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I like to drink. I like being, someone had a quote about drinking, like people who don't drink when they wake up in the morning, that's as good as they're going to feel all day. I like to feel better. I've always liked being, like the first time I got high, I'll never forget it. I was like, fucking, wow, this is great. This is better than And that's what happens. You get addicted to escaping shit, you know? So instead of like sit-ups, I would, do a drug.
What do you?
I can't fucking win.
You can't win, man. These
What do you?
I was actually part of it. I was on the other side of an intervention once for a kid who was on steroids. And I didn't know how to. I said the one drug I've never done. I don't know how to react to it. We were at a fucking intervention. We were waiting for the kid. Usually when you're at an intervention, you're waiting for the kid to come back from a binge. He's at a casino on heroin. This kid was at a spin class. When he gets here, what am I going to say? He's a mess or something? Look at you. Look at you. You're a mess. You're getting too cut. You're too.
But Artie, you said
tan.
You said you're trying to escape something. I mean, here's a guy. You're a successful guy. People listen to you all over the country every single day. What people want to know? What are you escaping from? It seems like you've got the life.
I don't know, man. That's the problem. When I find that out, I guess it'll be over. No, I don't know. I guess there's.
Is there ever any downtime where you're ever like, you know what the hell am I doing? Is there ever that? Or you're just like, this is great, I'm never changing?
No, there's definitely downtime where, like,
See?
Yeah.
See, this may be preventing you, Artie.
This is why it's always good to have 300 Howard Stern fans in a shrink session.
It's unbelievable.
It's a good idea for a show. Actually, it is a funny idea for a show, but we're the victims.
Right.
Me, Norton, and Vanessa will be leaping over the Verrazano Bridge later. You guys will get picked up for a Spike TV or something.
Well, plus, I mean, what's it like being on Howard Stern? Basically, besides Howard and
Strip.
Robin, everybody else is way fucking more fucked up than you.
Right, I know, yeah. That's the thing, you get no sympathy, and you're around, like, right, exactly, like, there's people, like, you feel good about yourself, Beetlejuice. You guys know Jeff the Drunk Curl? That guy makes you feel great about it.
Yeah.
That guy just shows up, he makes, like, these noises at the end of a sentence where he's just gonna throw up a lung, like, just go, show me where the subway is. And he's my exact age. He's 37.
Right.
And he looks like, he's 50, which is... So it makes me feel good about Beetlejuice. How do you not feel good about yourself?
Exactly.
Does Dana have any insight into why you keep doing it?
We've had some pretty deep conversations about it, but, she's a school teacher, so sometimes we grade papers together. And, I realize there's 8th graders that are way more together than me. But the funniest thing, you talk about people on the show, after the last Vegas trip we took, I got drunk and I passed out. And they took me up in a wheelchair and all this shit. And I got a voicemail. This comedian I work with a lot that you guys know, Bob Levy. He was with Beetlejuice on the road, and Beetlejuice saw me in Vegas, and Beetlejuice left me a voicemail and said, "Hey, Artie, you're a mess." So that's a wake-up call, I think. When a retarded...
I'm curious.
midget...
Do you have any friends that you hang out like on a lot with that just like are kind of like straight-laced?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I got buddies who were married. I'm 37. I got buddies who have 12-year-old kids, little league practice, the whole fucking.
And they're not big drinkers, or?
No, absolutely not.
So what happens like if you go hang out with them?
Well, I'm able to turn it off a little bit, I mean, you've seen me on the road, like, the last city we did was Dallas together.
Right.
And that's like, fucking Texas, man. They'll get you in a headlock.
You were tame, though.
I mean, you were
Yeah,
pretty tame.
well, Dana was with me. The drinking cuts down when she's there because, you know, I have to perform in bed. Honey, this is your 5 seconds.
Because, I mean, even on your DVD, I noticed, which I thought was really unique, is at the beginning of your DVD, it comes on and says, "For Dana."
Right.
And then immediately, the music kicks in, the whiskey talking, and you're like, "Ah, fire!" And you're just drinking Jack Daniels out of the bottle. And I'm like, you're pushing her away within 3 seconds on your DVD.
We all make compromises in life.
Do you think alcohol reduces anxiety for you, like when you're on stage in social
absolutely.
situations?
Oh, God, yeah.
Do you think that's maybe a real reason why you go to it?
Sure, yeah. I mean, again, it's like, you know, you get into comedy because you don't want to work for a living, you know. And then you're on stage and it's like a big party and like they're drinking. I'm fucking, I'll just drink. Want to drink? Let's drink. I don't give a shit. I've gotten to the point where I can somewhat get through my act drunk, and at the end, you know, you're like fucking. I mean, I used to work construction. I was a longshoreman, and I couldn't drink there. Although I did.
Well, thanks a lot, Artie. We're gonna be right back with Artie Lang with some questions from the audience. Welcome back. Welcome back. What's so funny? We're here with Artie Lang. We got some questions from the audience for you.
So my question is, do you think if you were to stop drinking, it would kill your creativity and you wouldn't be as funny if you stopped?
I mean, look, I'm realistic about life. Me in a wheelchair in Vegas, shitting myself, is funnier than any joke I'm ever gonna write. But, no, I mean, like, again, like I always try to say, like, the 4.5 hours on the Stern Show, I'm not drunk and I'm pretty creative there, so I think it'll be all right, but I'm going to retire long before I stop drinking, so hopefully. Yeah, thank you. Exacts, buddy. Thank you very much.
What's up, Artie?
What's up?
Wah.
Wah. I created a fucking monster with that shit.
That's what's amazing about Artie. Before that, I just want to address that you're like the nicest famous guy that I've ever met, ever. I mean, Artie, when I open for him, he'll pull me in the other room. What did they pay you? I'm like, they gave me this. He's like, you need more. And I'm like, all right, you know, I can't say no. I'm getting married in October.
Hey, what the fuck? Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to have it here. No, I didn't mean it that way. But, yeah, and people come up to you constantly, and they're like, I love the show. I listen, wah, fire. And you're like, yeah, man, you know, you don't ever punch anyone right in the fucking face.
Right, well, it's going to suck when I get cancer eventually. Why? I got cancer. Why?
Are you sometimes glad that you've actually done coke because it gives you so much material?
Well, it's weird. How can I say this without encouraging young kids to do coke?
It's all right.
You know what? No, I'm not glad I did coke. It did give me a couple of great stories, but there's nothing. I was in rehab with a kid once who said a real profound thing about coke. He said the best part about cocaine is going to get it. Everything else sucks, man. Running out of it is the most suicidal feeling, you know.
Costs a lot of money.
But like, yeah, if you're in Cincinnati and a kid knows someone who can get it, like that drive over is great, you know. But everything else blows. So I wish I never went through the rest of the shit. You know?
Good answer.
That's true. The afterwards is the worst. The before.
I have to say, by the way, I love you.
Thank you.
Every morning, you make me laugh. Do you ever... I'm like walking to work, listening to my Walkman and laughing. People probably think I'm crazy, but anyway.
That's fine. Thank you.
Do you ever get sick of people hounding you for always drinking? Like, you're just having a good time. Do you ever get sick of that?
Yeah, you know, I mean, some people get on their high horse. There's a lot of self-righteous people out there who feel they've found out the meaning to life, and they always want to tell you about it. Like the first time I went to AA, and I've gone several times. You know, everybody told all these stories, and I looked around the room, and my observation was, God, a year ago, this would have been a fucking great now it's just a bunch of self-righteous people telling me not to drink. Like, this one chick got up at an AA, and I'll end with this, but this one chick got up at an AA meeting once. She said, you know, just 6 months ago, I would get really drunk and get on a table and take my top off and yell.
What's wrong with that?
And she goes, I wish you people would stop drinking. And under my breath, I'm like, geez, I wish it was 6 months ago. So everybody's got to figure out life for themselves, you know. And when I do, we'll see what happens. Hope it's not too late.
Well, you're doing a great job.
Thank you. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Artie Lang, everybody. Artie Lang, what are you plugging, man? You got any plugs?
Well, I have a DVD out called It's the Whiskey Talk, and it's my